How to replace the front brakes on your Chrysler 200. I am Stephen Wimberley and this is Working with Wimberley. So the first thing that I'm going to do is break the lug nuts loose. After that, I'm going to lift up the vehicle. Make sure after you lift it, you support it with jack stands. And after that, I'm going to go ahead and remove the wheel. Use a 14mm socket and ratchet to loosen the two caliper bolts. With the two caliper bolts out, remove the caliper and just sit it up on top out of the way. So with the caliper bolts out, we're going to move on to the two caliper bracket bolts. There's one here and there's one here. So use an 18mm socket and a breaker bar to loosen the two bolts. Use an 18mm socket and ratchet to remove the two bolts. And remove the brake caliper bracket. So take the brake caliper and the old brake pad and the C-clamp to push the piston back into the caliper. So with the piston pushed back into the caliper, you just want to rest it on something so that it's not hanging from the brake line. And now we can remove the rotor. We'll take some brake part cleaner and just clean it off first. So now I'm just cleaning off the brake rotor before installing it. I'm going to get the brake rotor installed on the car, and I'm going to grab a couple of lug nuts just to secure it in place. Next, I'm going to grab the caliper bracket, get it in position, and thread the bolts in by hand. I'm going to tighten it with the socket and ratchet first, and then get it really tight with the socket and breaker bar. After that, I'm going to get the brake pads installed. And finally, we're going to get the caliper in place and install the two caliper bolts. Make sure to pump the brakes before driving, and this job is done. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment. God bless you all.